Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, my fellow citizens of Nigeria. I'm back online again. My bath is still there. Actually, I'm making this video today because of the issues coming out from Nigeria. You know, um, you know, if things are happening in Nigeria, Nigerians does sleep and normally wakes up when things get out of hand. You feel me? I call the title of today's topic the legislative of a banana republic. I'm not insulting anybody, I'm not insulting Nigeria, you know, but I want to make a point. And this point, I put it today for my first time to put or whatever that I wanted to speak on writing, and I will still share it publicly for every Nigerian to be able to read what I'm talking about. Because maybe my English may be like of our president that may need a little bit translation for people to be able to understand what I'm talking about or where my point is going. I did not use this topic to insult Nigeria. I did not use this topic to insult our legislatives or legislators all over Nigeria. But my term today is about Nigeria issue in general. In terms of Nigerians' major ethnic groups, religious affiliations, the Hausa ethnic group in the northern is mostly Muslims, as all of us knows, you know. And the west, which is the Yoruba tribe, is divided among mainly Islam and Christianity. And traditional religion also exists in Yoruba land, you know. While the Igbos of the east and the Ijaw in the south are predominantly Christians, Nigerian population today is 273.6 million in general. Federal Republic of Nigeria, that's my message today. You are fighting against Biafra agitation and to stop the division of Nigeria. But you, the Constitutional Republic, is indirectly initiating systematically division in legislative level. That's my message for Nigerian legislators. By giving room for the Saudi Arabia-sponsored legislators to start the debate of Sharia law bill and to find a room of implementation of Sharia law into our legal system. You know, things are happening in Nigeria. Everybody today is talking about Biafra agitation, resection, economy, corruption. But there is something going on the ground that people doesn't even know. You know, Buhari, fully Sharia law, the concern of Nigerians who rejected the candidacy of Muhammadu Buhari during the last general election based on their fear that he has a grand plan to Islamize Nigeria is now stacking in their faces. You know, Nigerians has been afraid of Muhammad Buhari, that he has a secret agenda to Islamize Nigeria. And every corner, this word normally pop up, and people will tell you, stop listening to Radio Biafra, stop listening to Biafrans that are giving propaganda. It's not propaganda. Today, I'm not talking for Biafrans. I'm talking for the Nigerians because we are still in Nigeria. And as far as we are still in Nigeria, we have every right to fight for our right at the moment. Likewise, the British told the European Union, any law being made in the European Union today, as far as we are still here, we have every right to exercise our right. People were afraid of Buhari at the beginning, that he has a very secretive agenda against Nigeria. And Oyibo normally tells you, there is always an atom of truth in any gossip. You feel me? Today, as the Federal House of Representatives have sent the bill to the committee stage after it passed the first 2 readings without a single challenge, Sharia law bill is still going underground in Nigeria and moving to a stage whereby the law have passed first, second reading without a single challenge. Is this thing not touching you, that same thing that people are pointing that made them not to vote for Buhari at the beginning is now popping up in Nigeria? You feel me? And everybody just keep calm. And the legislators, senators, and House of Representatives are not making it public to all Nigerians to know the types of bill or the types of laws that are being come into their forum for them to discuss and make into law. Nigeria has almost 320 ethnic groups in Nigeria. And there are up to 200 and something languages existing in Nigeria. You know, all these people combined, and Nigeria sit to discuss the Sharia law to become a law in a country whereby only the northern Nigeria are fully Muslims. In Yoruba land are divided. There are those that are following Islam and Christianity. But in East, general, both Igbos and Ejo and Ibibio, Calabar, all of them are full-core Christians. And you come out to debate in your own Senate forum, House of Representatives. You guys are debating how to implement Sharia law into our system. Let me continue. This debate is being covered by NTA 2 and the Islamization bill calling for the criminal aspect of Islam Sharia law to be implemented into our law. I'm not a Muslim. You may be telling me that law will not exist in Eastern region today. But if I travel to Northern Nigeria, where the law exists, systematically, the law will be against me and against my religion. That's things that our people fail to understand. Our legal system in Nigeria at the federal and states passed the second reading of this Sharia law. Did you know about it as a Nigerian? Do you know about this bill, about these laws going on underground in Nigerian government? No. Did your people that you voted into Senate, House of Rep, informed you or whatever that there is a bill that will hold you accountable if you go to the northern Nigeria and maybe you see a woman that you like, which is Nigerian way of life, and talk to her, you may face punishment for those things. You may look at a woman. Women are not longer allowed to enter into cars or taxis where men are being seated on. In a federal republic that is projecting one Nigeria, fighting one part of Nigeria that they want to divide the nation, but you are dividing the nation systematically on your own by introducing a law that the South or that the East will never accept or adopt. It's division. Then why are you projecting that the eastern region of Nigeria should remain while you keep on stepping on them, implementing laws that will never be suitable to their belief, to their religion. And the Constitution of Nigeria give every citizen of Nigeria that right to exercise, to move around, to live freely in one Nigeria. Let me continue in my reading. The more troubling aspect of this horror development is that there are many Christian lawmakers in the House, and none of them raised an objection. Are they afraid of something? Are people pressing them down? Why did our Christian lawmakers sit and allow such a law to continue being debated? It has passed the first reading, going the second reading, and after the second reading, it will face the third reading. After third reading, what do you think? Then that means that law will come into existence, and you can never do anything again. I normally come online to enlighten my people, to tell them, pick your phone, tell your people that you voted in are not part of it. You know that I enlightened Nigerians about grazing bill. The grazing bill is not out. If they remove it, edit it, and bring it back to the House, it's still going on. And nobody is informing you about grazing bill. It's there. So let me continue. Let me not waste your time. The Speaker of the House, Honorable Yakubu Dogora, who praised over the proceeding, declared that what this means was that it would now move to committee level, where it will be discussed fully before the whole federal house will decide on it finally. When your fellow Christians in the house could not give any objection or stop this law or stop the debate of such a law, that means there is problem. That means there is fear in them. Who is feeding them with those fears that make them to sit down and allow such a law that will handcuff them when they travel to Northern Nigeria? They are calling it Northern Nigeria today. And this law can easily be spread all over Nigeria because it's being debated on federal and state indirectly. And these guys are only collecting money, not letting you know. Would you like to face Sharia law tomorrow? Would you like Nigeria to implement Sharia law in Nigeria? Will you like you as a Christian being held accountable when a Muslim will say that you committed one article, whatever, in their Quran that you have never read before? You don't even know it, and you don't need to know it. So let me continue. I myself consider this Sharia bill a very big threat that will infiltrate our fundamental human rights in Nigeria. That's my own message. Because this bill, this law, will threat our fundamental human rights. You will never do things that you normally do as you normally do it in Nigeria. Those women that work with showing their breasts and living in they call it globalization, wearing trousers, putting miniskirts, acting Nigerian films, you may find yourself being arrested of breaching one law that contemplates something in Quran. Everybody just relax as if nothing is happening. This country, Buhari, is turning this country into something else that cannot be conducive for me and you any longer. Allowing one law, Sharia law, one part of Sharia law to enter into our legal system, that means we are gone. That means we have disappeared from this planet Earth. That means our religion, that me and you, even those who practice not only Christianity, those who practicing traditional side of their own beliefs, are no longer safe in that country. Are we an Islamic country? We are not Islamic country. We are, let me put it this way, we are a united religion country. And Nigeria pushing for such a law, will you also accept a Christian law to be implemented in the Nigerian legal system? I don't think that the Sudan of Sokoto or the northern emirs or that the northern oligarchs will allow Christian law to exist into Nigerian legal system. You know? Because this Sharia law they are debating today, it goes against provision of the Constitution that guarantee a right or right of Nigerian citizens. This is always the case with military decrees. Buhari is a military man. We are no longer, Nigerians should wake him up. We are no longer into military regime where decree works. And we, as citizens that embrace democracy, says no to decrees. That's why we said military will never rule us again. But allowing such a law, Sharia law, to be implemented into our legal system is not advisable. It's not welcome in Nigeria. And I think that every Nigerian has every right to call on their government to say, no, I am not a Muslim, I'm not a Christian, I'm a traditional believer. I don't allow anything that will limit my way of movement or my way of doing things as a full citizen of that nation. You know? And everybody is just relaxing. And accelerating this Sharia bill into consideration is not for Nigeria. That's what I'm saying. For them, because they are accelerating the readings and everything. And it's not for Nigeria and for Nigerians. Their urgency and significance for government policy is not for us. Bill that might receive accelerated hearing are the ones that are needed to enable the president to take action against the matter relating to national security. I don't think that religion is anything pertaining to national security, that the Senate and the House of Rep should be accelerating the reading of Sharia law, becoming into law that would hold me accountable if I'm going to Nigeria tomorrow. It's not done. And what is the benefit of Sharia law into Nigerian legal system? What is the benefit? For me, I'm not a Muslim. I have never ever touched Quran before. And I'm not a fan or a friend to that type of a thing. What will it benefit me seeing such a legal law holding me accountable that don't know nothing about it? It brings nothing for me in that nation. So my message today is for all Nigerians. Pick your telephone. Call those you can call. Let them know I'm not part of it. I will never be part of anything concerning Muslim dominance in Nigerian legal system. It's not done. We are still talking about 1999 Constitution Amendment, which is the military Hausa man that sit down on his own without consulting the Nigerians as a whole and amended the Nigerian Constitution and dropped the one that we used during 1963 that Nigeria adopted. And there is every fundamental right and benefit for Nigerians to live in peace and harmony. Why do they drop it? Now, systematically, the same fear that made people to reject Buhari is now popping up. Saudi Arabia is throwing heavy millions into Nigeria to see that Sharia law become into Nigerian constitution. You are asking question, are we a Muslim nation? For now, we are not a Muslim nation. But we can become a Muslim nation tomorrow when you sit down and fold your arms and allow this Sharia law start existing in Nigerian constitution, in Nigerian legal system. That means they are using soft power to overtake Nigeria. And you can only stop it when you stand up and support this video and share it, comment, say your mind, because they watch it, they look into it, they try to see how Nigerians are feeling and what Nigerians think in terms of the bill that are being passed or is in the making. For you to say, no, I don't like it, is for you sharing this video, making people to understand the benefit for Nigeria to stick to where they believe on. Do your Muslim whatever at the northern Nigeria on your own. You should not enter into anything federal law. Let the Eastern Christians do their own, and the South, and any part of Nigeria, even though the traditional believers should do whatever they want. Those that are worshiping the God of their forefathers should go ahead. Nothing should restrict their movement in that nation. President Goodluck Jonathan passed a bill, they call it National Health Bill, passed by Goodluck Jonathan, and signed into law in 2014. This bill took Nigeria 10 good years in making. It's been right into law. The Senate could not sit down to find a way to implement it to save the life of their citizens. But they are using the loophole that is moving on due to the recession and the security, what Buhari is moving around, arresting people in terms of corruption and whatever, diverting people's mind, and using that loophole to pass this Sharia law into our legal system. I'm not party to it. I'm now voting against it. As a legal citizen of that nation for now, I'm voting against that law. I don't want it. And those that we voted in, you should know that I'm not part of it. And you should reject it, because you are there to bring my voice and my opinion to the federal level. That's all I have for you, my people, for now. Pick your phone, call those in power, tell them that you are not party to this, and I'm not party to it. I would love Nigeria to live as a neutral, non-dominance by any religion in Nigeria. Do whatever you like. You claim that Hausas are more populated in Nigeria. We see the landmass is big. But how many houses are there? We know that the cattle that are northern Nigeria are more than the houses. But in the eastern region, we don't have land where we can be able to build houses again. To tell you that the manipulation of population is being known today. So don't bring that law into our constitution. That's our message. That's all I have for you people today. Please share this video, like it, comment on it. Deliberate, let's talk about it. I will still publish this message that I just talked now. I will publish it so that people will be able to read my full topic. Thank you, my fellow Nigerians. Thank you, all my friends. Thank you, my followers. And please don't forget to visit www.likebiafra.com. It's my website for you people to go there as a social media. Promote it, love it. God bless you and bless our Federal Republic. Goodbye and remain blessed.